No, Luke. No, don't take Nick Young out. Come on. Oh, come on, man. God. Oh, man, he was freaking hot. Why you take him out? Oh, when we going to come back? When he's going to come back? What's up, people? It's your man, Urban Lover, coming from your mama's basement, baby. And you know what I'm about to talk about. I'm not going to be hyped today because at the end of the day, I was hyped yesterday. I drank too much. I wasn't drunk. I don't get drunk, but I was out. I passed out. So I didn't get a chance to make the video last night. And then on top of that, I try to stay off social media because all the political stuff going on. I try not to get caught up in it because at the end of the day, I'm here to service my family, my Lakers family. But anyway, let's talk about that game. We're going to start with the stats, and then go from the bad to the good. All right, so first and foremost, Dallas shot 52%. We shot 48%. 3-point percentage, they were 10 for 23. We were 10 for 26. They shot 43%. We shot 38%. Free throws made, 13 for 15 for them, 11 for 14 for us. They shot 86% from the free throw line. We shot 78%. Rebounded, almost about even, 43 to that. They had 43, 12, 41. Hustle man points, they had 24 assists. We had 20. They had 11 steals. We had 6. They had 4 blocks. We had 1. We kept it under 20 turnovers. So it wasn't that bad. Fast break points, they had 8. We had 16 points in the paint. We both gave up 40 apiece. And after that, that was pretty good. The hustle man points, not as always looking like that. Usually we average I think 8 or 9 steals a game. We only had 6. We only had 1 block. But Larry Nance have a lot to contribute to our hustle man points. And that's why I was saying in the video, actually on Twitter last night, I was saying that, not last night, but actually when he got hurt. And I said, based on the fact that Larry Nance Jr. is hurt, who is our utility man, like Batman, who wears a utility belt on that can do everything, all types of gadget. That's why I call Larry Nance Mr. Utility. He could do everything. Based on the fact that Larry Nance was out of the lineup, I knew that we might not have a chance to win. But I still said in my mind that we still should win this game because at the end of the day, Nowitzki wasn't there and Williams wasn't there. But Barnes, I've been watching him, and I said this before in one of my old videos. I said Barnes is going to surprise a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys who didn't want Barnes, he's too much money. Remember, we played a lot for Walton. And I like a lot of guys like, he's too much money. He didn't do anything in the playoff or in the finals, whatever you want to call it. He might not show up. One thing about Barnes is he's a good defender. Listen, he come out of North Carolina. I'm a North Carolina fan. I know the guy can play. And that's why I was so hyped about. I was thinking that when Luke Walton came over, I was thinking he was going to get him and Azili, but he didn't. So I was like, all right, okay, no problem. That's when he got Mozgov and Walton. At the beginning, I was kind of upset, but I'm over it now. But Harrison Barnes, in these last 2 games, has averaged over 30 points. He had picked up and said, listen, y'all paying me this much money. I'm going to show y'all why I deserve it. And the dude been delivering. And I can't get mad at him. He came out, had a good game, especially against his assistant, his ex-assistant coach, to show him that you passed up on somebody that was actually nice. Harrison Barnes did his thing. But, we got Brandon Ingram, so it's not too bad. In a couple years from now, Brandon Ingram hopefully will be pretty good. The person that also killed it was J.J. Barrera. I'm going to get to him in a second. But my thing at the end of the day, I was kind of upset with Luke Walton with that rotation again. Oh, my gosh. Matter of fact, let me get back to, Dallas real quick. So, Barnes killing. Bogut ain't do too much. J.J. Barrera was killing us, man. He was getting to the paint, doing whatever he wanted to do. He has this little thing where he runs to the paint, draw the defenders in, then run back out, find an open man for an open shot. The dude had 8 assists. He had 18 points. He was knocking down jumpers, getting to the front. This guy only like 5'11", or I don't know. He's real short. The guy was getting to the paint, doing whatever he wanted to do. And on top of that, you had Curry, the other Curry. He came in. He got 31 minutes. 23 points. Anderson, 21 minutes, had 11. And the dude, Powell, had 10. My thing at the end of the day, if you look at Harrison Barnes played 40 minutes. That's one thing I like. And that's the reason I'm ready to get on the Lakers, because if you look at Harrison Barnes, he played 40 minutes. Curry came off the bench, played 31 minutes. 31 minutes. Barrera played 34 minutes. I know that we have a rotation, but based on the fact that Larry Nance wasn't there, Luke Walton should have shook it up a little bit. When he brought Robinson in on the last game, and I said to myself, nah, you can't play Robinson and Tariq at the same time because their play style is very identical. And that's what hurt our second unit. Our second unit is our biggest scoring unit. Well, and plus they're the best second unit in the league so far right now. And they actually are the ones that produce the most points, because usually when the second unit is coming in, they're playing against the other team's second unit, which isn't that good. So it makes it much easier for our starting unit to come in and keep on playing hard, because while the second unit there, we destroying them. But anyway, without Larry Nance, we couldn't do that. So he brought in Tariq and Robinson. And I was like, come on, no, not them. The reason why I say that, I know a lot of people want to see Robinson play, but here's the problem. Both of them guys cannot shoot a jumper. They clog up the middle. So a player like Clarkson, Williams, and Ingram, they got to hit, in order for them to get to the paint, those guys got to pull their man out the paint, because if they don't pull their man out the paint, what you got now is two defenders hovering inside the paint or around the perimeter of the paint, so that when you go in to make a layup or whatever, if you broke your man down, you got two other guys standing there waiting for you. The floor spacing was terrible. And that's why Dallas was able to capitalize on us. When that second unit came in, it was rough. The first unit didn't do too much at the beginning. Like I said, only one was going on Nick Young. And I'm saying to myself, like, based on the fact that Larry Nance is not there, I know you trying to play, show love to all the players, and you trying to give people opportunity to play and all that. That's understandable, Walton, and I do not disagree with you. But at the same time, we still want to win games. This game slipped out our hands. We had this game. I don't care what nobody say. I'm just being honest and I'm being real. Now, I know I said I would say the bad and good, but I'm right now I'm still flabbergasted that we lost this game. We shouldn't have lost. So then I go back and I look. I say, okay, Nick Young is hot. All of a sudden he hit 18 points. They took him out the game. Take him out the game. And I'm like, why would you take him out the game? He's hot. You don't have Larry Nance. Why not keep Nick Young in there? He's hot. He's killing it. At the end of the day, when Larry Nance not been there, Nick Young, D'Angelo Russell, and Jordan Clarkson all should had close to 38, 40 minutes this game. The only reason why I'm saying that, because sometimes some of these guys are not hot. Now, Lou Williams, he does, turn on and off. But when Nick Young was hot, they should have kept him in the game, kept feeding him. Russell came in, he got hot, hit a couple shots, they took him out. Jordan Clarkson was hot. You know what I mean? Then they stopped, it is like it just fell apart. Like, man, my thing at the end of the day is like the rotation. Like, one person messed that rotation up that bad. It wasn't really Larry Nance not being there the reason why we lost. It was the bad rotation. Like I said in the day, when Nick Young was hot, they should have kept him in the game. Gave him a little time, a little bit time on the bench, brought him back in. Nick Young was on fire. I think Nick Young would probably had 30 points this game. I'm being honest with you guys. He had excuse my language, I'm about to cuss. He had what? How many points he had in the first quarter? In the first quarter, I don't know how many points he had in the first quarter. I think he had 18 in the first quarter, something like that. In the first quarter. Then the whole second half, they didn't even look for him. You know what I mean? He took a couple shots after coming off the bench cold. He didn't hit anything. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when Nick Young is a streaky shooter. When he's hot, he's hot. You got to feed him. And I was saying all through Twitter, feed the beast. Feed the hot hand. And, it's like, man, come on. Then these guys started doing hero ISO plays. And I'm like, oh, no, don't start that. Y'all was playing good. Don't let Dallas get you out of your rhythm. And that's what happened. They got out their rhythm. They were out of sync. Russell at the beginning like he was out of sync. Then, with the quick fouls. I'm like, he got 3 fouls in less than a minute. I'm like, oh my God, come on, Russ. But he was playing aggressive D. And don't get me wrong, I love it because he's actually playing good defense. At the end of the day, who doesn't break their man down and get to the paint? Come on now. Even the best defender get broken down once in a while. But he played good defense. And I'm saying, like, Luke Walton, why would you take him out? He came in, he hit a couple shots, and he took him out. Ain't no way in the world, dude. Listen, like I said before, if you look at these stats, Randall had 31 minutes, 15 to 10, which is okay. Lou Dane didn't do anything and got 30 minutes. Didn't do anything. Didn't play no D, because think about it, who was playing. Him and Randall was playing Barnes. Barnes was killing both of them. Doing what he wanted. I would have took Dane out and set him down. Sirs, I would have set Dane down. At the end of the day, I would have probably put Nick Young at small forward. I had Jordan at the 2, D'Angelo Russell at the point. We're going to win with this team. Julius Randle at the power forward position, and I would have put Mozgov back in at center. And I would have used Mozgov. Mozgov only played 20 minutes, and they had freaking Bogut in, and they had Julius Randle playing Bogut. Like, come on, seriously? Bogut's a big body. That's why Julius Randle couldn't really dominate down low. So if you had Mozgov in there, it would actually pull Bogut away from the paint a little bit, because Mozgov can hit a little jumper. Don't get it wrong. He can shoot. And Julius Randle could have worked down low. It was a bad rotation. And like I said today, you gave Robinson 2 minutes. That 2 minutes could have went to somebody else. Him and Tariq Black on the floor at the same time. It does not work. And I hope, Larry Nance be there back the next game, and I hope he's okay. Brandon Ingram had 26 minutes. He didn't do too much. And I'm not knocking Brandon Ingram. He's still young. He's still learning. Meta World Peace, you already know. I would not gave him 3 minutes. I don't even care. He wouldn't have came in the game. The guy came in there looking terrible. I'm sorry. He wouldn't have got in the game. You know what I mean? I would have kept him on the bench. He would be a cheerleader off the bench. Only time he come in if everybody's hurt. You know, guys get mad at me all you want. You know, I like Meta World Peace as a mentor towards the team. But on the floor, nah, I can't have it. I'm sorry. That's just me, in my opinion. Please don't get mad with me. I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I wouldn't have him on the floor. Y'all already know how I feel about Meta World Peace. I love the guy. Thank you for the championship with Kobe. But at the end of the day, he's at his age where he should just be a mentor. Now, Calderon, you already know. I wouldn't have him on the floor. He come in there, he didn't do anything. He was just on the floor. He just basically he was on the floor for 6 minutes, ain't do nothing. That's the minutes that D'Angelo Russell could have got. And, you know, for all that, I would have brought Hurts in. Hurts at least would have got the ball down the floor. A lot of people say, well, he can't shoot. Well, the point about Hurts is that he will found Nick Young, D'Angelo, or Jordan Clarkson for the easy shots. He's a true point guard. I would have brought him in before I brought Calderon in. Calderon didn't take those shots. So why have him in the game? I'm serious. What's the point? You know, Jordan Clarkson, 28 minutes. Like I said before, Lou Williams, 23 minutes. 5 for 15. Jordan Clarkson was freaking hot. 9 for 12. D'Angelo, 5 for 9. Nick Young, 7 for 12. All these guys shot high percentage. They had high percentage shots. The Lakers were shooting 67% in the first half. I would have kept these 3 guys right now. Russell, Young, and Clarkson. I'd have had all those guys in. All those guys would have got about 40 minutes. I'm sorry. Ingram probably would have got that many minutes that game. You know what I mean? Because think about it. He said he didn't want to mess up the the rotation according to the units. You know, the first unit, second unit. So with that being said, I was like, well, hold up. If that's the case, then I would have just let these guys play more minutes. Russell definitely would have got 40 minutes. Nick Young would definitely got 40 minutes because Nick Young was hot. Nick Young would have on his way to score 30 points. You set him down. You set him down too long. He got cold. He came in the game. He didn't do anything. Hit 1 shot, and that was it. Russell sat down for a long period of time. Yeah, he was in foul trouble, but sometimes you got to let the kid play through the fouls. He got to learn. You know what I'm saying? He didn't pick up another foul. He had 4, and he was stuck with 4. But they let him sit on the bench too long. Clarkson, like I said, 28 minutes. I'd have had him in there more. He was 9 for 12, 2 for 3. Mr. Consistency, 22 points. Like I said today, I understand you trying to get other guys playing time. Tariq Black, I know he runs and all that, but I wouldn't give Tariq Black 15 minutes this game because if they can't Andrew Bogut in there, Andrew Bogut there for 29 minutes, I would have matched him up with Moskov. That's what I did. I mean, Tariq Black is all right. I'm not knocking Tariq Black. I like his hustle. But at the end of the day, like I said, I would have had Moskov matching up against Bogut in order to open up the floor a little bit so Julius Randle could work down low. That's what I would have did. Nick Young, like I said, you had Nick Young, Jordan Clarkson, and Russell on the perimeter where Jordan Clarkson gets the ball. He can break up the defender down, get to the paint, easy layup, and that's what he's basically doing. And I'm saying to Luke the whole time, like, come on, Luke, please, brother, please keep these guys in the game. And he did. He stuck to the same rotation, and this is the results of it. Dallas going up by 10, and we could not break into that. We kept turning the ball over. We was out of sync. And I was saying to myself, like, oh man, you know, it was a rough game. You know, and like I said today, we still miss Mr. Utility, Larry Nance, but we still had this game, guys. Even if it looked rough, we still had this game. And it's sad to say it, but it's true. And I know a lot of Dallas fans are like, whatever. But I'm just being honest with you. We had this game. And sometimes, I hate to say it, but sometimes you might have to lose. Sometimes, your ego gets so high where you might have to lose. But we had this game. The Lakers know for a fact they had this game. Lou Walton knew he had this game. And I think Lou Walton knew that he made a mistake with the rotation. Because Nick Young was hot. And I'm saying to myself, like, why do you take him out? But anyway, it's your man, Urban Lover. Like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Do you think, Luke Walton should have did better with the rotation with Russell, Young, and Clarkson? Because, like I said, both of them brothers was hot. All 3 of them was hot. Even Randall was pretty decent. I mean, he had, a couple of slow starts. But he started picking up too. That's why I said I'd have had Randall at the power for it. Lou Dane would have been on the bench. I hate to say it, but that's what I'm thinking. Lou Dane would have been on the bench. 30 minutes, ain't do nothing. Nah, I would have put him on the bench. He wasn't stopping Barnes, so that was a wasted minute. I would have put Nick Young right there. Nick Young and Barnes almost about the same height. While Barnes like 6'8", Nick Young 6'7". And Nick Young right now at this point in time is our best defender. I'd have had Nick Young on Barnes. You know what I mean? Because that way he ain't got to worry about chasing no 2 guard around. You chase the small forward around. You had Jordan Clarkson, D'Angelo Russell in the backcourt working it. You know how I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hyped right now because, I slept too long. But anyway, it's your man Urban Lover. And as always, people, don't be going crazy out there today, okay? As always, you know what the deal is. I love you guys. Take care. And definitely, most of all, be safe out there.